What's up, YouTube? Greetings to the world. It's show time. Let's get it. All right, welcome one and all. It's Wolf King and watching Wolf King's vids. All right, so tonight we got rapper Cardi B. She came out with her new hit song, WAP, featuring rapper Megan Thee Stallion. If you don't know her, Google her. She is fine as hell and an amazing rapper. Okay, so they put out that hit song, and the whole of the GOP has gotten real triggered over that. I got some few clips to show you, and after that, we'll do a little post-analysis session. Let's watch real quick right now. Okay. Not the right one. Okay.
Biden goes high, but I can't even describe to you the title of Cardi B's song. It's so filthy and vile. The opening of the video reads, "There's some whores in this house." I'll stop there. I can't say anything else. It is the filthiest video. So he's attached himself in a vain quest, I guess, for African American votes and young voters. He is attaching himself to someone who definitely does go low, admittedly. And probably one of the purveyors of a debased culture. If I had to name 2 or 3 people, she would be on that list. Now, it's amazing that a presidential candidate would elevate Cardi B like this. Yeah, I mean, Dinesh, it's a...
Okay. All right. That's one. All right. We got another one.
Tucker Carlson didn't learn any lessons from Ben Shapiro embarrassing himself, so he's a little late to the game, but he decided to share his own thoughts on WAP. Take a look.
That's garbage. You don't need to be a Puritan to think so. It is. It's garbage. It's aimed at young American girls, maybe your girls, your granddaughters, and what is it doing to them? Can you even imagine what it's doing to them? People are getting rich pushing that crap on the country, and they should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not ashamed of themselves. Joe Biden just did an interview with Cardi B. Doesn't do a lot of interviews. He just went with her. He sucked up to her. He called himself Joey B. This is not James Brown being sexually suggestive on stage. Go online right now and look up the lyrics to this song. And then ask yourself, if you were Joe Biden, would you suck up to the person who sang it? And ask yourself, above all, and ask it more than once, what is this doing to our kids? The people pushing it clearly are trying to hurt your children. Why is nobody pushing back? Condescending.
Okay. All right, we got one more. Yeah. What are those lyrics? Mystery to me. Fortunately, we got our favorite genius Ben Shapiro to analyze that. Okay. Damn it.
Pull out game week.
Oh, okay, hang on. Okay.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game week. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P-word. P-word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet, come take a dive. It continued along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like a lot more vulgar. Talk your S-word, bite your lip, ask for a call while you ride that P-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass P. Right, so This is guys. This is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about. It's not. It's not really about women being treated as independent, full-rounded human beings. It's about wet ass B word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist. You see, it gets really, really vulgar.
Oh man. that was the last one was my favorite. Ben Shapiro reading off the lyrics with no inflection in his voice at all. The funny thing about that is actually he went on his little monologue with Twitter, citing his wife, who's a doctor, saying that if a woman gets wet down there, if her genitalia gets wet, that's related to some kind of a medical issue like a yeast infection or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, what Ben is saying is the only way that his wife could actually get wet is if she has a fucking medical issue, like, or a problem down there. And obviously, when you talk like a Jewish person who's never actually went through puberty, I mean, it kind of, when you talk like that, you can't really, expect a woman to get turned on like that. But bullshit aside, it never ceases to amaze me how the right politicizes everything. Right now, we're in a pandemic, which has claimed over 170,000 American lives. Millions unemployed in need of stimulus checks. Wildfires going on, et cetera, and these pundits are complaining about a rap song. Oh, it's vulgar, it hurts young women. This isn't about feminism, it's about sex. The funny thing is, all of these guys, what all they have in common is the fact that they defend a guy in the White House who has become infamous for saying he grabs women by the pussy, that he goes in on women like a bitch, which is a weird way to describe your ability to pick up women. But it is what it is. But they are trying to get on Cardi B for making a song expressing her sexuality. I mean, sexuality is a part of the human condition. Now, where I say Cardi B is a role model for that, necessarily, I mean, probably not, but like, she's a vocal person as an entertainer and as an artist, and ultimately a public figure, and she deserves to get her voice. I mean, sex is a big theme in art. You ever seen those Renaissance paintings or statues like the statue of David? A lot of naked people, a lot of genitalia out there, and we regard that as wonderful works of culture and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous to look at this as like some kind of serious harm. When there are actual things that are harming people right now, like COVID. I mean, come on now. But Cardi did, as referenced by some of those guys, she did an interview with Joe Biden where she discussed free healthcare, free college education, and racial equality, alongside dealing with police brutality. And this gained criticism from pundits, which brought up the question: why is this presidential nominee doing this interview with Cardi B of all people? Here's what I think is interesting. Tucker Carlson literally did a segment last week where he praised Kanye West for being so compelling and vocal on the issue of abortion. One of the people in that panel, in the first clip I showed you, Laura Ingraham, she criticized people like LeBron James and the other guy, Kevin Durant, for criticizing Donald Trump, and told him to shut up and dribble. But that I believe his name was David Bree, the David Bree guy who was talking about the how kneeling before the United States anthem. That was disrespectful. She defended it, and as for Ben Shapiro, this is a guy who criticizes, who's basically made a career criticizing the left for not being open to freedom of expression and a free exchange and debating of ideas. But if he sees something that just doesn't meld with his view, oh, it's horrible, it's terrible, we need to get rid of it or censor it or something like that. Anything that runs contrary to their view, that they're automatically against. That's the running theme of this entire thing. They're all freedom of speech, they're all personal liberty and all that stuff. But the minute they see something that runs contrary to their view, they're all censoring it. That's the amazing thing about this situation. And all we're talking about is a friggin' rap song that honestly is inconsequential at the end of the day. It's just entertainment. That's all that shit is. Yeah, sex sells, and she's able to monopolize on that shit. I mean, you guys believe in that, right? Being able to make money off that shit, like capitalism. But that being said, yeah, there's a lot more serious things to worry about. So a few women making money off of shaking their asses and all that stuff, that's not really a serious thing. If that's the way she wants to express her feminism and stuff like that, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's a very diverse philosophy. There's views like sex positive feminism and sex negative feminism. Sex positive feminism talks about how women, own their bodies. There's nothing sinful about the female form, and empowers themselves to express that stuff. And then there's sex negative feminism that says that even if you do own that, you're still dominated in male society, so you're screwed anyway. And apparently she takes the former. So I mean, that's her idea, that's her philosophy and shit. I don't think it's a real big deal or an issue. Let's see. What we got? Oh, a troll. Was you kissing up on your homies before all this, though? Is that why you became? I have no idea who this person is. But I think pansexual kind of covers a lot more than just dudes. I mean, like the whole universe can get the D. But anyway, yeah, that's just how it is. If you can't say that you're all about freedom of speech, expression, and stuff like that, and you care about people having a discussion, having an ability to talk at the table with the free marketplace of ideas. But when they have some view that runs contrary to your personal values, you're all like, let's get rid of them, let's ban them, let's have some weird moral outrage and pretend we have the higher moral high ground when we don't. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. That's just incoherent. But that's all I gotta say. That's my 2 cents. If you like the song or not, I mean, that's up to you. I think it's a pretty damn nice song. Okay, like women fat asses. I mean, talking about getting the D. I mean, what's the problem with that? I mean, they're adults. But that's all I gotta say. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by there, and hail Satan. Stay safe and stay healthy. Good night, folks.